Doctor. How are you today?
Seeing as I think, spent about 20 minutes staring at the blank wall, I should probably not stay awake too long.
Oh dear. Are we tired today?
I wasn't like a half an hour before that, but it just hit me.
Have you been staying up too late at night?
Buckets of water.
Perhaps.
I think I take a dunk in the lake.
Oh, I did that yesterday. It was quite refreshing. These flags are rather large, Sir Giles.
It is your banner, my lady.
Ah. Very detailed work.
Thank you, Miss Tara. Yes, Giles had one of the workers run it up for me.
So, anything I can help us going on?
Actually, Doctor, could you step inside? I want to talk to you about something.
Sure.
This cure you were working on for the wolf changes, the werewolves, I believe they're called. How close are you to finishing it?
I never actually worked on one. I worked on a little something for Mr. Surodoy to, how do you say, become one with his inner beast.
Which does what, exactly?
Well, depending on the inner beast, it would be like in his case, it would have been his, wolf has more influence on him while he's awake, while he has more influence on the beast for a time. And well, over time they would become one.
Okay, and that would mean what? That he's less feral in that form?
Yes, but also probably a bit more feral while in human form.
So he's going to be a little grumpier when he's in human form, but it should stop him randomly attacking people. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And how close did you come to testing it?
Testing it, never, but I have all the materials ready. Just Mr. Surodoy never returned from his travels.
I see. I'm just wondering whether it can be used to help Craxis in any way, that's all.
I don't know, since the situation is a bit different, I believe. Mr. Surodoy did not have a amulet that kept him.
I know, but the concern is if the amulet goes missing again, he's going to go feral again. So I'm wondering if this will help at all. I'm trying to look at all my options, you see.
I actually had another idea for that, but we would need to talk to Miss Zedekar about that, because I don't know how fast the amulet wears off.
Okay.
I could implant the amulet under his ribcage.
Ah, something
Until
I
someone
considered
comes
earlier.
along and rips it out, good doctor.
Yes, but at that point, Mr. Craxis would either be very injured or dead.
I don't believe that's the case, Doctor. From what I understand, Mr. Craxis has quite powerful regenerative abilities, does he not?
am unsure about that.
If it's anything like the skin wolves, as they call themselves from our lands, something like that won't even phase him. And
What
from
is
what
this?
I've seen, he's very, very similar.
What's this potion of wolfsbane you're talking about, Miss Terra?
I think Mr. Sirodoi mentioned something to me about that. It was a mixture of... I would need to look up my notes, but... He said it was a mixture of black blood, grey lupine flowers, and two other substances, which I don't recall at the moment. I think serpent venom.
Okay, is this a permanent solution or is he going to have to take it daily?
I don't know about the mixture that was described to me, since it was... Yeah.
So we would have to rely on him remembering to take it.
Night is falling, guards. Stand alert.
That's a concern.
Concerning, indeed. But I like that option better than the amulet, I must say.
Yes, I do too, but maybe in conjunction with... Because if he's in his right mind, he'll remember to take it. My concern is if he loses the amulet and isn't in his right mind, will he forgo it?
Indeed.
I actually based part of the... I called it the meeting of two minds.
Okay.
It was the ritual I was preparing for Mr. Surodoi. On that potion. I have a certain snake at home that I have been feeding with... what's it called again? The tears of two people?
Oh, the tears of two races.
Yes. I thought that would lend a powerful symbolism to its venom.
Well, I'm good with alchemy, but we may need somebody from the Mage's College then if it needs to be a Master Alchemist. Although I do have a Master Alchemist working for me, I would rather trust it to the experts, so to speak.
Yeah, I probably should. I don't work with potions like that.
Lady Clara, do you know anybody within the Magic College that would be capable of brewing said potion? Did you hear me?
Just wondering if we can combine everything together. He's wearing his amulet, we give the doctor this thing that meets two minds together, and we feed him this potion daily. How would they react with each other, though? We'd have to test this.
Maybe Miss Terra can help me with that. I can run her through the ritual I have prepared. Maybe she might find a place to...
Just trying to cover all bases here and see We've got all options available before a decision is made.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're relying on something being taken daily, we need him to be in a state that he's going to remember to take it, which may be where your ritual comes in, Doctor.
We also need to prepare a big enough supply. And probably a good idea to spread it out about multiple areas. So if one turns bad, the other
Well,
one
we
not.
could also require that one of us administer it to him daily, so we know it's been taken.
What is this ritual that you're talking about? What does it do exactly?
Basically melds the minds of the beast and the human together so that they have more control over each other. Rather than being in two...
Sorry, carry on.
Rather than being in two totally separate states, it allows them more control.
I wonder if that would allow him to access his memories of his more bestial side.
It could well do.
In theory, yes.
That could be useful.
Well, I don't necessarily want to stop him turning. I want to stop him killing people if he does. It would be a bit hypocritical if I wanted to stop somebody being in their natural state when I'm turning into a dragon and flying off.
No, what I meant was he might have information on the enemy's movements.
Oh no, I agree, sir.
Well, I built the ritual on the theory that removing, or well, that there were 3 possibilities for what to do with one's other half in Surudoi's case. I thought that suppressing it would just leave a time bomb ticking, and
I agree.
removing it could have, well, if done wrong, or could have very negative side effects or even killed him. So merging the two together would have been the preferable choice.
Indeed, but people are concerned that if the amulet is removed, he's going to revert back. I'm trying to come up with a way that we can stop that happening long enough to get the amulet back on him. Or even if he's lost it completely, that he doesn't revert back to that state. I'm trying to look at all possible options here.
The main concern is if the enemy knows about said amulet, which
Indeed.
they most likely do, they might try to remove it from him. And you all saw what happened yesterday. You know that the enemy is watching, and they do have
Indeed.
eyes and ears.
I don't want to remove the amulet, Miss Terra, that's not what I'm saying, but the enemy may well remove it to use him again. That's the concern.
Quick thought before we progress in. Mr. Takeda has a secure room in his home. Like 2 layers of walls.
What was that noise?
What was that noise? That was a strange sound.
Oh, I didn't like the sound of that.
I don't like it either.
Guards, keep an eye out.
Archers on the walls, knock your bows.
Seal the doors, please!
Everybody who is not part of the regiment, please get inside the chapel. I'll seal the doors.
My lady, I'm about to raise the drawbridge.
We're not checking outside, no? Okay.
I'll check inside first.
Miss Sedeca, is that you in the window?
Yes.
Did you notice anything?
No, but I heard it.
Glad it's not just me.
Miss Sedeca, what did it sound like? We only heard muffled noises.
It sounded like a large gust of wind, but a growl underneath it as well.
Alright.
Lovely. In the distance, okay.
you.
Yep. Glad to be of help. From my
It is
ivory
quiet.
tower.
We'll have to get you a big brush, Zelica, so you can comb your hair in there at the same time, yes?
Ah, that's funny.
I do try.
I don't hear anything now.
No, I don't see anything, but it is dark.
Anyway, let us just remain vigilant and head back inside, I suppose.
Who's on the... Oh, it's the doctor. Okay.
Yeah, trying to get the back to a vantage point.
And you can see what I'm saying in general about the eyes and ears everywhere.
Indeed. Been saying it for days. But we're told to just ignore these things and carry on, right?
Who told you that, General?
Well, people were very concerned about birds, and of course we can't shoot every bird that flies around, so Giles said to just ignore the birds.
Birds are just birds and don't need to get paranoid over them.
Well, no, maybe not, but people had concerns. One was seen in the presence of some bat-type creature that attacked my home, and I think people kind of got rather paranoid about it.
The enemy can take many forms, birds are just one of them.
Well, then birds are not just birds in all cases, then are they? Miss Terry, you always said it was the bloody birds. I'm sorry,
yes
sir.
and no, I suppose. No, it's alright, I'm pacing and you're pacing. We need two separate pacing lines.
I'll pace this way, okay? Helps me think. Where did Sir Giles go? Did he run off on his own?
No, I
I
saw
believe he just
him-
went to the front courtyard.
He
I
raised
saw
the
him
drawbridge. I
getting-
haven't seen
there
him
he is.
since.
I was
Okay.
controlling the wall, making sure the archers were
Alright.
doing their jobs.
Just want to know everybody's
Yes,
accounted
that was
for.
you that I heard looking around.
Yes, it would have been me, Doctor.
Where's Miss Clara and Luna?
I don't know, I sealed the chapel behind me when we went out. I presume they're in here somewhere.
It's far too bright in here for this Lisa and
It's not that bright in here. It definitely needs a few more torches.
I have my night view lenses in, so
Is it safe?
We believe so, yes. Where are you?
So,
Where
right,
did Miss-
Clara, just,
where did
the
Miss
wing
Luna
control,
go?
I believe.
Actually, I've not seen her. She did go off somewhere. I didn't see. I noticed that she wasn't around before y'all closed the doors.
Oh, okay.
She wouldn't have gone far, I'm sure she's fine. And she didn't come out with the rest of us, I noticed that, so...
I wonder if she somehow went upstairs to take a nap or something.
Could have done. Okay, I'm going to pace this way. I don't keep getting in the way. Sorry, Doctor. It helps me think.
No, it's alright.
I never was one for sitting still. Especially if those that I care about are being threatened.
So, back on topic. Does anybody know if there's like a grace period between taking off Mr. Craxis's?
Hold on, Doctor. Maybe we should seal the doors first, just to be safe.
Yeah, true.
Alright, carry on.
I think the best person to ask that, Doctor, would be Zediko. She's removed the necklace before. She's going to know.
True.
And I do need to go and talk to her anyway at some point. I promised I'd visit her today, so...
I'll bring her down if we have questions to ask her.
Okay, alright. Can do so.
I'll
Oh,
get her.
thank you, sir.
Also, Sir Giles want to get her.
Yes, I will go and get her.
Very well.
Okay.
Seal the main gate.
Two gentlemen fighting over who brings her down. I will be sure to let her know. Might make her smile a little.
You alright, Lady Clara?
Oh, it's just everything.
Don't worry, you're quite safe in the chapel.
Should know the way by now, Lady Zedika. Head down to the.
Oh, are we going to the chapel then?
Head down to the courtyard first, yes, and then to the
If
chapel.
you're ever worried, just
Okay, because I
look
cannot
upon the
read your
statue of
mind,
the
so-
lady. Let her light
Well,
fill your
there's only
soul.
one way in or out,
Well,
is there not,
is
Lady
it?
Zedika?
Ease you, sorry.
Normally I'm meant to follow. Just waiting to follow.
Certainly eased mine.
Fall in line.
You know,
Okay,
this chapel. Yes, I'm just thinking about the construction of this chapel. It's certainly interesting.
So the chapel
Yeah.
then?
Admiring the architecture, Doctor.
Yes.
Glad to have clarification. Hello, everyone. What can I do for you?
Greetings. I for one had a question about your removal of Mr. Craxis's amulet.
I believe we all have a few questions about Mr. Craxis, so...
Well, let's ask them one at a time and not overwhelm her, shall we?
Indeed.
So what is your question?
Doctor, you might as well go first.
Okay. So, when you removed the amulet, was there like a grace period between taking off the amulet and the change?
No. It was immediate.
Oh, okay, immediate. Well, that eliminates that, or that option then.
What option?
I know people already brought forth that there are many counterpoints against this, but I I had the idea of taking the amulet, encasing it into a non-biological reactive pouch, and implanting it under his ribcage.
Well, if you're able to contain him, then it's possible.
If we knocked him out first, it would be a possibility, do you think?
I was able to contain him.
Where indeed.
Well, you all should be able to figure it out then.
But wasn't
Trying
he
to
in
save
a
him,
trance-like state, though, when you did encounter him?
He was.
Well, perhaps that is why it works so effectively?
He got into the trap somehow, though, Sir Knight.
Yes, from what I understand, Champion Claw said that he was already in the trap before you arrived.
That is true. He was. The trap worked perfectly. He fell right in, it seems. Was waiting for us. Seems there are ears everywhere.
Indeed it
yes,
does.
Yes, we said. But my concern is, why would he knowingly fall into a trap like that?
You saw how well it was hidden, right? I don't think it was
I
knowingly,
did.
sir.
No, I'm not questioning that. It just seems rather odd, don't you think?
I think, well, if anybody cares.
Speak your mind, Zerika, you usually do.
Yes, but then it's normally hushed.
Well, I'm not hushing you, am I?
I think that there were ears around here when we were speaking. General, my apologies. I think they overheard us because I gave you almost exact coordinates, did I not?
You did.
Yes. And they were still attacking, were they not?
Indeed they were.
And shortly after, it stopped. Did it not?
Yes.
I think he meant meet us there, hide in the shadows, and attack. And he fell in the trap.
That is one possibility, and we do know that the enemy are aware of some of our movements. No one's denying that fact.
I was wondering if he was placed in that trap on purpose.
That's what I'm wondering as well.
Well, maybe they tried to spring the trap and turn it into an ambush.
That is another possibility.
Either way,
failed.
I was going to say, either way, he's here. And so are we.
Maybe.
They are not.
Maybe he's exactly where they want him to be.